I hate Obama, so I'm gonna vote for Mitt Romney.
Why do you hate our president?
He's a Muslim and he wants to destroy the country.
What? A Muslim? Everyone knows he's a Christian.
If you want to see a real Christian, look at Mitt Romney.
Romney is a Mormon. He believes that Mary wasn't a virgin and that he will himself, one day, be a god.
Yeah, right. Well, Obama wasn't even born in America.
If you think his birth certificate is a fake, then explain how there's a birth announcement in the newspaper. I guess some liberal with a time machine knew Obama would be president, so he went back in time to get that printed, right?
Well, all I know is that Obama is an abomination. He hasn't done one good thing for this country.
Well, what about saving the auto industry and almost 1 million jobs along with that?
Oh, please. He should have let them go out of business. The free market is always the way to go. If you like Obama, you are for more government and less freedom. The two go hand in hand. Those two things are not what the flag stands for. The flag stands for personal liberty and freedom to succeed on your own terms.
You want Romney out of hate for Obama, not for policies. You make a bold statement like I'm more government and less freedom. Based on what? Evidence? The Patriot Act took away more of my freedoms than anything else I can imagine. And that was under Bush. You don't have freedom to succeed when the rich get an unfair advantage with tax cuts and turn around and abuse the middle class with their power.
I don't hate Obama, I hate the policies he stands for. So, what exact freedoms did you personally lose under the Patriot Act?
Seriously? You have to ask?
The tax code needs to favor businesses. Personally, I believe taxing income is ludicrous to begin with. I see you're not going to answer the question.
Why must it favor business? What's wrong with everybody paying their fair share? Okay. Here goes. All that needs to happen is for the government to accuse me of being a terrorist, and then they can search my home without a warrant, put me in jail without habeas corpus and throw away the key. They were tap phones and computers on the basis of protecting us. They stopped me at the subway to search my bags without reasonable cause.
Keep in mind, business does not have the power to force anyone to do anything. Only government does. It's only through a larger government that businesses can corrupt the system.
When you have a job, they own you. They can tell you how to dress, what to think, when to sleep. Without a job you can't survive. So where's the freedom to quit?
You can always go out and find another, better job.
Wow, what a simplistic, nonsensical thing to say.
You don't have to stay at any particular job. In fact, most people don't and move on up the income ladder as they get older.
Millions of Americans are forced to take lower-paying jobs, and you say most people move on up the income ladder as they get older. What world do you live in? This isn't 1960.
So you're complaining that companies have standards that you need to live up to as a condition of employment. They have the right to run their companies the way they choose.
Then don't you dare say they can't control me.
If the government wasn't spending us into the abyss and regulating the crap out of everything, increasing uncertainty in the business world, the economy wouldn't suck too bad and more jobs would be available. And they can't control you. If you hate it so bad, leave and start your own company.
I don't have $80,000 in my back pocket. I don't even have $80. How soon you forget how much Bush spent on BS wars and tax cuts for the rich. Life is so simple, right? Just get a better job. It's just that easy. Just start your own business. Boom. Like that's even possible anymore.
Obama spent way more than Bush. And by the way, tax cuts are not spending money. It's not the government's money to begin with. They're just forcibly taking less of it from the people that earned it.
No, Obama spent less, when you factor in what the money was spent on. You want to blame the money spent on wars on Obama? It's okay to redistribute the wealth to the top and see if it somehow trickles down.
What the heck are you talking about? Who's talking about redistributing wealth to the top? Taxes are a forced taking of money from the people who earned it to run our government. It's a necessary evil. Do we pay too much for the military? That argument can be made, and there's much opinion to go around on that. Keep in mind, however, that providing for the common defense is one of the few actual responsibilities the federal government has under the Constitution. How much is enough? I don't know the answer to those questions, especially in a post-9/11 world. I know, though, that military spending is at the low point as a percentage of the GDP, and my instincts say this is not a good thing.
If you give tax cuts to the rich, you are letting them get away with not paying their fair share, which gives them an unfair advantage. That's the real class warfare. I'll agree with you on most of what you said. However, I can't agree that Obama spent more than Bush, when you factor in the costs of continuing a war that Bush started. For example, had Bush not started a war in Iraq, there would be no reason for Obama to have to spend a dime on it on his watch. In any case, even if you insist that Obama spent more, it was for things like stimulus, saving GM and banks too big to fail, rather than killing, mayhem, war and tax cuts to the rich. Military spending is way too high. We have over 1,000 military bases overseas. That is money leaving the country. We don't need bases in Germany or Japan, since WW2 ended and the Cold War is over. We have 8,000 nuclear weapons. China, for example, has 240. We seriously don't need that big of a military budget to stay safe. I'm still voting for Romney.